Shadows of Betrayal. In that small town known for its calm and tranquility, a mysterious crime shook its foundations. Laila, a brilliant chemist who dedicated her life to developing treatments for dangerous viral diseases, was celebrated as the youngest and most prominent inventor in her field. Her image graced the covers of local and global magazines, symbolizing hope and creativity. But suddenly she became the center of media attention in a tragic way. Laila was on the verge of patenting a cure that could save millions. Her intention was to make the treatment available for free or at low costs for the poor. However, a major pharmaceutical company was displeased with her approach, viewing the cure as an opportunity for enormous profits. One day, Laila received veiled threats from company representatives, but she refused to back down. No one suspected that the company would take a drastic and horrific step to stop her. They hired a hitman to kill her and he succeeded. Her body was found in a remote area by passers-by. After discovering Laila alive but in a coma, local newspapers ran headlines declaring her death and even included images of her supposed funeral, where a different body was buried as a decoy. This move was coordinated between the police and other parties to protect her from a second assassination attempt. Laila was quickly taken to the hospital, where doctors and the police devised a plan to save and protect her. When she regained consciousness, they convinced her to pretend she had total amnesia, changed her name to Salma, and hid her true identity from everyone. Nora, Laila's closest friend, appeared devastated upon hearing of her death. She had always been by Laila's side, sharing her dreams and ambitions. But in truth, Nora was complicit with the company. As Laila's lab assistant, Nora harbored jealousy and succumbed to temptation when the company offered her a substantial financial reward for helping them eliminate Laila. She had leaked information about Laila's schedule, which facilitated the execution of the crime. Meanwhile, the gang hired by the company tried to locate Laila's private lab to obtain the secret formula, which she had always kept on a flash drive. They searched everywhere but failed to find it because Laila had hidden it in a secure location far from prying eyes. After recovering, Laila began a new life, working as a waitress in a small cafe far from the public eye. There she met a group of simple friends who knew nothing about her true identity. They valued her for her kind and lovable personality and soon became willing to risk their lives to protect her if needed. She tried to adapt to her new life, while everyone believed she had no memory of her past. Inside, her feelings of fear mingled with determination. She wanted to remain strong so that she could one day reveal the truth. In the meantime, the gang hired by the company wasn't entirely convinced that Laila was dead. After months of searching, rumors began to reach them about a woman resembling Laila working in a small cafe. They decided to investigate the matter themselves. One day, a suspicious man entered the cafe where Salma worked. He eyed her with suspicion, but she pretended not to notice and continued her work. After he left, Salma sensed danger. She immediately called the police and informed them of the incident. The police began secretly monitoring the area. A few days later, the gang returned in full force, determined to finish what they had started. But this time the police were ready. They set a clever trap and arrested the entire gang as they attempted to raid the cafe. During the confrontation, one of the gang members aimed a gun at Salma. In a critical moment, one of her new friends threw herself in front of Salma, taking the bullet instead. The woman was seriously injured and rushed to the hospital. Deeply moved by this sacrifice, Salma visited her friend in the hospital to thank her and ensure she was recovering. At that moment, Salma realized she had true friends who deserved her trust, unlike Nora who had betrayed her. After the gang was arrested, its members confessed to everything, exposing the company's role in attempting to kill Laila. They also revealed Nora's involvement in facilitating the crime. When she was called in for questioning, Nora initially denied everything but eventually broke down and confessed. She felt ashamed and guilt-ridden for betraying her friend who had trusted her. Following these events, Laila reclaimed her true identity and returned to her work as a chemist. When her new friends learned the truth about her, they showed her love and support, becoming her closest and most trusted allies. The experience taught her an invaluable lesson about choosing the right people to be part of her life. In the end, Laila decided to allocate part of her treatment's profits to support scientific research and help young scientists, ensuring that no one would feel compelled to betray others due to financial temptations. Her story became an inspiration to many, demonstrating that fighting for justice and truth may come with challenges, but ultimately, truth and justice always prevail. As for Nora, she spent the rest of her life burdened with guilt, wishing for a way to atone for her sins.